Right then, some of you may remember, a couple of weeks ago, I was given a box full of Amstrad 6128 games by a young lad by the name of Jake, aka Demon of Gaming, to whom I'm extremely grateful. When I accepted those, it didn't occur to me that the games would be on disc, though he'd said 6128, but I was just like, duh, Amstrad, okay, I've got a 464, I can play them on that. No, because they're on disc, and so initially I couldn't play them, and I was on the lookout for a nice cheap 6128, and I found one. £15 this cost me, when they normally go for considerably more. It didn't have the monitor, and it didn't have, like, the only way you can get these going to power them or play them on your TV is either through the monitor or what's called an MP2, which is a modulator and power supply. Now I've got the MP1, which is the one for the 464, and I've got the monitor for the 464 as well. But it turns out it may actually be for the 6128, and I'll explain in a minute. Basically, I've got a 6128 and I could power the computer and display what it does, put its display on the screen, but I couldn't power the disk drive. So I thought. Turns out though, that the monitor I've got, now I don't know if all 464 monitors have this or if this is a 6128 monitor, but you see that there, maybe not because we're not really very zoomed in. That's the 12 volt DC power output, so we plug that in there and turn that on there, and where is it? Turn that on there, and hey presto, straight away you can see, oh maybe you can't, let me move this. So you turn it on and, well, it does that, which is not meant to do, but tap the space bar and it'll stop, escape, and it works, sort of. We'll stick a disc in, try and remember what the commands are. Run. Now look what happens when I press the shift. We get a 3, which is strange. I still have my finger on the 3, the shift, so I press delete, speech marks, disk, drive A, disk missing, retry, ignore or cancel. Okay, sounds like the disk drive is dead. It actually, looking up that error message on the interwebs, it says that my belt drive belt is knackered and time to replace it. Fortunately, where have I put them? These are really easy to find on eBay. Retro Computer Shack, quality retro computer products. No sponsorship deal, I'm giving them free publicity there, because I ordered these on Monday night about 7 PM and they arrived about 8 PM the next morning, which is absolutely bloody brilliant. So if you've got an Amstrad and your drive belt's knackered, Retro Computer Shack on eBay, highly recommended. Okay, now I'm going to attempt to show you how to change the belt on this thing. I haven't done it before, but I have got some instructions, so we'll see how that goes. I'm hoping that it will work all right. You know, I don't know if I have other problems or not on here, so we shall see. And I shall let you share the experience if you haven't fallen asleep. Right, I'll start off with my Rolson 28-piece gaming toolkit. There, no sponsorship deal there either. This thing is really cool. I was given this for my birthday because it's got your flathead screwdriver attachments, your Phillips screwdriver attachments, but it's also got these, which you probably won't be able to see. They're star-shaped things. Number of times I've been trying to do some work on something and it's had one of those bloody annoying star-shaped screws in that I couldn't open with anything. This will open them, which is great. Tweezers, and I have no idea what this is. It does that. I don't know what you do with that, I ain't got a clue, but it's in there. You never know when you might need something like that. Right, reading instructions. There's going to be a lot of fast forwarding and jump cuts and whatever here. turn it over. Phillips, loads of Phillips screws. We'll undo them in order. I'm going to put the screws over, actually I might put them down here. Basically you need to keep an eye on what ones you take out from where, because apparently they're different sizes. No, solve it. I've got another screwdriver kit, and the screwdrivers are magnetic, so I'm going to get that. So yes, your Rolson screwdriver kit is all very nice and cool and everything, but if you want magnetic screwdrivers, Halfords. I've got the bloody Haribo Super Mix Squidgy Baby god awful advert song on the brain. I hate that. I really, really hate it. Awful song to put in an advert. Okay, we open it that way. Being careful because we've got wires and ribbons and crap all over the place. Okay, next we undo these screws here. This one has got a earth cable attached, so just have to remember that cable. And turn to the next page of the instructions, because I don't know how to do this any more than you at this point, except that I have read the instructions already. Locate the parallel and power cables on the back of the drive and carefully remove them. Right, this here is going to be your power cable, and it's going to be is it going to be a pig? I'm not sure about that. Okay, well we'll get this off first. Oh, will we? My God. Yeah. Make a note of which way it's on, and that's not too hard because of the way it's all folded there. Can I just pull this? Yeah. May need to be pried off using a small flathead screwdriver. There's a surprise. Okay. That's got that off. That was a bitch. Depending on the model of your drive, there will be 2 more screws in various positions holding the PCB to the underside of the drive. Let's get the computer out of the way. Let's tip the thing upside down, and in fact we'll put it the way it is on the picture. You can't see the picture, but I can, because I'm just really skilled like that. So it's on about these 2 screws here. Oh, my back's hurting doing this, you know. I'm bending over the table to do all of this, and it's, oh, yeah, a smaller one than that. I have a jeweler's toolkit somewhere. I should probably get that. Well, this will do. Try not to get my fingers in the way so you can actually see what I'm doing. And I'm sure someone will tell me, oh, you should have one of those anti-static wristbands on and blah blah blah. Well, I ain't got one, so tough. I'm taking a fairly, I don't know if pragmatic is the right word. I paid 15 quid for this thing, so if it don't work, nothing ventured, nothing gained. And if I kill it in the process, well, whatever. Okay. Now, turn that around, because that's what they did on the instructions that I'm looking at, that you still can't see, and there should be somewhere around here an LED. God, out of it. Alright, now we've got more screws to take out. They didn't mention this one. That will be why the board isn't coming off. Now it's going to come off. Oh, that was a dinky screw. Right, now somewhere around here will be a... is this going to come off yet? A wire to the LED. Oh, bloody Nora. That doesn't want to come up. Raise the front edge away from the chassis drive. Be careful not to damage the power LED, which is slotted into the blah blah blah. Unplug the LED power cable. I would if I could get to it. This does not want to come up. What's holding it down? Okay. That was certainly holding it in place. They mentioned nothing about this. That just came out of its own accord, which is disturbing. They mentioned nothing about these either. There's a little power doofer there too. Jesus. Okay, we're having some technical difficulties here. So I've worked out why I can't open this. I need to undo this here. That's preventing me from getting anything done. And it is... well, it's screwed down. I don't know if it's soldered down, but whilst working away, this has fallen off. It's fallen out, and I don't know where it's fallen out from. It's a pin of some kind. That's not good. That's not good at all, because it fell from inside, and I have no idea where from. So we may have some problems here, and I can't get this bugger off either. This is not going so well. Okay, I've managed to undo that. Will this now move? No. That's not so good. Oh, okay, that pops off. Ha! Alrighty. Now we're getting somewhere. Or are we? I can lift it that much. What's stopping us now? Oh. Same kind of crap. They didn't really design this thing to be opened. They don't want you to open your drive. Let's pull this off and pray we can get it back on again. God. Pausing. Okay then, we have got off as many wires as we can, which is probably not enough. But we can see the belt drive belt thing, yes, that there. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, I think you can. Interestingly, it's still in one piece. I can't see where that pin came from, and that's worrying because it probably matters. Where does that look like it'll fit in there? I don't know. I'm going to have to Google that. Let's have that off. It's interestingly still in one piece, so I wonder if it's actually not knackered at all and if something else is wrong with the drive. But we'll put a new one in as a matter of course. I will go and Google whatever that pin is. Before I put this thing back together. God. You have no idea how much I hate fiddly jobs like this. Okay, that's on. Doesn't appear to be twisted. Goes around all right. Okay, having read some more useful instructions off of the interwebs, I have found that I need to clean this here capstan thingy before I put the new belt on. Otherwise the whole process will be pointless, and the new belt will just slip on here. And looking at it, it is grubby as hell. I don't know that this that I'm using on it is the right product for cleaning it. I'm using what I use to clean my cartridges. Okay, I really don't need interruptions while I'm doing this. So I was using what I use for cleaning my cartridges, which is a window cleaning liquid, window cleaner, yes, with vinegar. That's not really doing the job, so I've got some lens cleaning solution. I'm probably going to completely destroy this. I don't know if that's residue I'm looking at, or if it's just what it is. Can't tell. It says rub it down with a chamois cloth. Well, I haven't got one, so that's just too bad. There's nothing coming off of this. We'll just bung this back on. Actually, I'll give that a minute. I did find out what that pin is. It's the read or write protect pin. It says, yes, if you have found this laying around, you turn the drive over. Silly boy. Yes, I did. Now, where does it go? Let's put the belt back on now. That's had enough time to dry. Then I'll go and look for this here place to locate the pin. Okay, that's on. Now it says at the front to the left. Okay, I've had another look. In front of and to the left. In front of and to the left of the capstan, viewed from the front of the drive. So I can see where it goes. Who was it I spoke to recently who said they had a go at doing this on their disk drive and something fell out and it wouldn't work? That will be this pin. Can you see? Right there. That is where your pin goes. I have tweezers. Yay. That is so something I don't normally have. I would say, can you see what I'm doing? But of course you can't, there's a bloody circuit board in the way. That goes in there like that. Excellent. We will make a point not to turn this thing upside down again. Okay. Oh. There's a reason I was never an electrician. I bloody hate all this fiddly crap. That I don't know shit about electronics. This is where I realise I've probably unplugged other things that I've completely forgotten about. Yeah. So this is right. Yes. This is great. I hope you're entertained. This will probably not work at all later when I come stick it back in the computer, and then I'll watch the video to see what bit I've missed and forgotten to put back in. This probably isn't going to want to go back in either. You don't want to know what I had to do to get this screw off. It was criminal. Because the screwdriver didn't want to fit it. Okay. Theoretically, that's now all back in one piece. Say theoretically, you just know. It's going to be such a bodge. I should really have cleaned the heads, but I haven't, because I haven't got the right solution. And I forgot. But it doesn't talk about cleaning the heads on these instructions here, so sod it. Let's stick it back in the computer and see what happens. Having given it a closer inspection, this motherboard is an absolute disaster area. It looks like someone spilled a cup of coffee inside the expansion port. I've cleaned it up as best as I can with some cotton buds, or Q-tips if you're American, if you want to call them that. Yeah, something really awful has been spilled inside here. So this thing is probably not long for this world. I'm not at all surprised. It's kind of quirky. It's frankly a bloody crying shame. I mean, it all down here you can see it's just had something liquid that's crusted onto it. There's a bit of corrosion going on here and there. Fixing it, no, beyond my ability. But I mean, currently it is sort of working. So I'm going to stick the drive back in and we'll see what happens when I turn it on. Let's try and remember how this goes, eh? Right then, let's put this thing back together if we can. Okay then, let's take that over to the monitor. So, monitor thingy there, computer power there, disk drive power there. Let's get this thing in position so we can see what happens when I turn it on. Monitor power on, computer on. Well, we still get all that. Stick the disc in. Run. Shift still comes up as 3. Speech marks. Disc. Beep. Drive A, disc missing. Okay. Safe to say there are other problems with this disk drive. It's not going to work. Let's just... I haven't got it upside down, have I? Retry. No. No. Ignore. Oh well. That's kind of disappointing, isn't it? Let's just try a different disk. Interestingly, I've stuck another... Have I stuck it up? Yes, I have. I may have done the command wrong. I think I typed it. I think it might want... Alright. Cancel. Yeah, whatever. Run. Speech mark door. No. It accepts disk as K or C. No. Disk drive not working. I wonder if it's just not getting enough power. Let's just pull that out. Oh, well, this might be the problem. Yeah. No power. It's not taking power from that. That's my guess. Because the LED is still on for the drive. That is my guess. No power. 2 days later. I'm not giving up on this thing yet. So, this here power supply for the, well, power supply plug thing for the disk drive. It needs a 12 volt DC or whatever. So I've got one of these here, and it's got all your multiple ends on it. I think, yeah, I can plug it in there. Obviously, no, that doesn't work. None of those are going to fit. So I think, okay, I'll just order myself an adapter doofer. Here we go, got one of them. Excellent. Dull. Stupid. Yeah, I hadn't really thought it through when I ordered this. It just looked like the right kind of sizes. And I did guess the sizes. And then I thought, well, alright. I couldn't get a single individual adapter that would do the job. So I got 2 of these. And I figure I'll just wire them both up, like, you know, a bit of wire between them there, and I can plug one on there like that, wired up to the other one, and it'll go. Bollocks. Yeah, because I measured the size of the pin on the monitor socket power doofer thing that wasn't giving any power, but it's really hard to tell a 2.1 from 2.5 mil, and I thought it's about 2.5. It looks a bit fatter than the one on, say, my Spectrum power supply thingy, but yeah. However, some mistakes turn out to be not so bad after all, because guess what else I bought by mistake? That. So I can wire that up to that, like that, and hey, guess what? That fits in there. So I'm going to wire these up together, make sure I get the polarity on that thing right, and I believe the central pin is positive, and then we'll see what happens. I'm not hopeful, to be honest. I mean, I would really like this thing to work, but I think with all that coffee or whatever it is, liquid, that's been poured inside there, quite clearly, that's gummed it all up, that's corroding stuff, you know, there's probably, it's more likely the motherboard that's up the creek than the disk drive, but you just can't tell, and I'm so crap at this kind of thing. But I'm going to give it a go. I'm not going to video me soldering the wire onto these things, because you just don't want to see that. It will be the biggest bodge. I will be embarrassed to show you, and I'm probably going to burn the house down doing it anyway. So I'll come back shortly when this is done. It'll be about 5 hours time, and we'll see what happens. Okay then, here we go, the moment of truth. I've wired up my little doofers. Power supply is plugged in. That goes in there. That goes on there. That goes on there. Fingers crossed. That is power now going to the disk drive. Turn on the monitor. Turn on the computer. No error thingy. Let's find a disk. Right. I'm hopeful. Let's have that in capitals. I don't know if it matters, but we'll do it. Run. Shift does not return a 3. Oh, you beauty. Oh, you beauty. It's working. I must point out, I think I didn't, I said earlier that the tip on the power supply for the disk drive was positive. It's not, it's negative. If you're going to do this, for goodness sake, make the tip negative. Otherwise you'll blow it up or kill it or, I don't know, destroy the universe. Yes, it works. I am thrilled to bits. So great big thank you to Jake, Demon of Gaming, for sending me this box full of games, which prompted me to buy this here computer and have this little electronic adventure, which is not something I'm used to doing, but was well worth the effort. Yes, cheers Jake. I'm just going to go and play some games now. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope it was remotely instructional, or useful, or helpful, or something. If you happen to have a 6128 that appears to be, like, not quite right, because the disk drives are not a big deal. The power supply is not a big deal if you're prepared to do a little bit of soldering. I am completely inept at soldering, so if I can do it, you can absolutely do it. You can get all the plugs and whatnots from Maplin. You want one with a 2.5 pin and one with a 2.1 pin, and yeah, make sure the tip of the power supply thingamajig is negative. There you go. I'll shut up and play some games badly now. Thank you for watching.